My dear colleagues, today inshallah we are going to talk about some important factors that are related to the educational process. I have been working at this school since 1999 for about 23 years. It's the first year I have ever seen all these activities. Thanks to the active leader of this school, Dr. Tambari has a lot of obstacles before. Now he has overcome all these obstacles and he began improving the educational progress at school. We are teachers, we should help him. Some of us think that it's very exhausting, tiring. I think you are right. Why? Because we didn't used to do that before. One of the most important factors of the educational process is the teacher. As you know, the teacher is the cornerstone of the educational process. To be a good teacher, you should be aware of yourself, aware of your qualifications. What are the qualifications of a good teacher? A good teacher should be, number one, he should be knowledgeable, because you are a model for all your students. You are a model. They are following you all the time. They imitate you. So be aware to be knowledgeable, be aware to be updating all the time, to update your information, update your knowledge. A teacher should be patient because he is dealing with young children and they need this patience to fulfill the educational process. Okay? The other factor that we will talk about is the communication. We are still talking about the teacher. What about the teacher? Could anyone add anything concerning the teacher? What should a teacher should be? Do you want to say something, Usman? What are the
teacher should be friendly and be respectable.
Teacher should be hardworking.
He should be hardworking.
And should be kind and treat all the students kindly.
Right. What else?
And a good listener.
Be aware of his dignity.
Yes.
You know? Yes. His dignity. All the time, his dignity is in front of his eyes. No one can touch it. Okay?
One of the most important things.
Yes. Of course, I have to ask a question. Okay, communication is one of the most important.
We will talk
topic all over the world. But I want to know what is the difference between communication with people and the communication with the students.
I think one of these.
Most of people a bit confused in this topic. What is the difference between them?
I think the best answer for this question is that why do you communicate? Why do you communicate with people? Why do you communicate with your students? The answer is your key.
One of the most fundamental difference between the two kinds of communication is, I think, the climate, the environment of this communication. At school, you are strict to some rules inside the classroom, but in the street, my communication, I think, is different. When I am talking to a passerby in the street, I think it's different from talking to young children at school with some rules.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. But what I want to know, if I am a manager, how to communicate with my employees, and if I am a teacher, how to communicate with my students.
We will talk about this when we handle this topic, the second factor, or the second important factor about that we are talking about today, communication. Communication is a very important thing in the educational progress. From my point of view, it's the channel through which we convey our ideas to our students. Who can introduce or who can give us a definition? So.
Communication is a process of exchanging information between individuals.
Right.
So we have many ways to express our information through verbal language or non-verbal language.
Right, that's right.
So I want to add something.
You want to answer?
The communication is a process of two ways. You are not a receiver all the time, you are not a sender all the time. You have to select where you select when you are able to receive information and when you are able to send information. Twice, it's said by Benjamin Franklin, who was a famous physician and a politician. He said, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, share me, then I will learn."
Yeah, that's why we are now here. We are not here for instructions or for giving instructions. We are here for exchanging our experiences. Okay?
Single is the biggest problem in communication.
Sorry?
Single is the biggest problem in communication.
Single?
Single is the biggest problem in communication. Communication helps us better understand with situations and other people. Okay, the elements of communication, the body movement, okay, and the face-to-face to answer our persons.
Important thing, effective communication. What is effective communication? What is effective communication?
Communication is very important as it helps us to understand our students and the others.
Yeah. When can we see that it is an effective communication?
When it reaches this point.
When you convey your ideas to your students. There is no communication block. If something happens in the middle of this communication, there will be some kind of communication block. You know communication block? He doesn't understand you and you don't understand him. Okay? What are the goals of communication? What are the goals of communication that we are here for? What are the goals of communication? Building a relationship between people, right? With our students. Informing, and this is one of the most important things, to inform. We are teachers, we are instructors. We are all the time trying to inform them, try to instruct them, to give them information, knowledge. Yeah.
Connect my opinion to other people.
Concerning that,
to persuade them.
to persuade and to inform. If you are not persuasive, I think there will be a communication block between you and your student. You should be persuasive. So, at the beginning I said that a teacher should update himself all the time. Update his knowledge. He should have the upper hand. He should have the upper hand over the student. Otherwise, I think they will not respect your ideas, or I think they won't listen to what you are saying. Okay?
I think that the communication is the most important tools for meeting agree with tone or ways to help the other to understand you.
Effective communication is a good key to understand yourself and others in order to solve the differences between each other and build a channel of respect between us. We should create a supportive environment that make the students feel more comfortable to open up and express their ideas.
Are active in communication, the better you convey your ideas to your students.
Be more trusted also.
Yeah, I think they will trust you and they will believe you. They will do what you will ask them to do.
Teamwork and group discussion contribute to making the classroom a more comfortable environment. By working in small groups, students are able to share their ideas more easily and improve their communication.
We all talked about some important points about communication. But the more we talk about communication, the more we talk about a point, the more we find another point. Okay? We can talk about this topic in another way. Okay, Mr. Khan?
The body language of the teacher is the most important thing in the educational process. Then he can express or explain what he wants to say to his students.
The teacher must be in simple words and be clear.
Oral communication, ideas and information through the using of spoken language.
I think we will sum up. I think after this successful discussion, we have reached some points that communication is the channel through which we can convey our ideas and thought to our dear students. So it's very important. We try all the time to be aware of the way we communicate. Try to recall your information to make sure that they got your ideas. Try all the time to be aware of your way inside the class. How do you communicate with your children? Try to improve. Try to read. Try to improve your skills and your communicative skills inside the class, because I think it's the most important channel in sending or in achieving our aim inside the class concerning the educational progress. Thank you so much. Thank you for your attendance. I hope we will meet inshallah again after that. Thank you so much.